Warning. This video is about a topic with a very small amount of documentation. If I made a mistake in this video, please correct me in the comments. Thank you, and on with the video. In 1982, a restaurant called Major Magix All-Star Pizza Revue was opened in Clinton Township, Michigan. It was similar to most other animatronic restaurants, with an arcade, pizza, and an animatronic band. This band was called the Rock and Roll Rebellion, and the characters were Major Magic, who was the leader, Burly Hives, who was a bear who played the banjo, Singin' Sam, who played some sort of stringed instrument and stood beside Burly, Sergeant Pepperoni, who was a walrus who played the saxophone, Flash, who was a lion who played the drums, Rock the Croc, who played the keyboard, Barbara String Band, who was a fox that played the guitar, Ludwig von Drum, Marcello, Nickelodeon, who was a piano, Yoko Oboe, and finally, Bo Jingles, who lived in an outhouse and sometimes poked his hands out to play the tambourine. There was also an animatronic called Killer Gorilla that was a retrofit of Fats from Showbiz Pizza, but as far as we know, he was only at one location. There were two generations of the animatronics from Major Magix. The first were bigger and had more movement, and the second were smaller and a bit stiffer. Because of their differences in movement and size, the two generations played different shows. Personally, I vastly prefer the first generation over the second. Not only because they were more animated, but because of the designs in general. The first generation just looks a lot better in my opinion. Overall, Major Magix was fairly successful, which caused them to expand and open a decent amount of restaurants, and for a while, that worked pretty well for them. They even had a race car. But unfortunately, like most restaurants similar to Major Magix, they couldn't last forever. While opening more restaurants worked well for a while, it also played a big part in Major Magix's demise. You see, they tried to open 3 locations in New York, and because of high property costs and people just not knowing what Major Magix was, the owner lost tons of money. Because of this, a bunch of other locations shut down, and the only remaining ones were sold to other independent owners. The last Major Magix to remain open was the Sylvania, Ohio location, and it closed at some point between 2010 and 2013. For a while, it seemed like this was the last we would hear from Major Magix, but in late 2017, there was a small glimpse of hope. In a news report during December of 2017, it was revealed that 3 former production members of Major Magix had gotten together to try to revive it. Their names were Bells, Dennis McDonnell, and Ray DeMio. They took the animatronics from a former Major Magix location and restored them to their former glory. And thanks to all of their hard work and a little help from Sparks Pinball Museum, a new Major Magix location opened up at Clinton Township, Michigan, in February of this year. Sadly, there isn't too much footage of the new restaurant because just 1 month after they opened, quarantine began. I know this whole quarantine has really hit businesses hard, and I hope that Major Magix can make it through it. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I know it's been a while since the last one. School really messed up my upload schedule, but I'm hoping to get back to uploading around every 2 weeks soon. But before I go, I'd just like to say thank you for 400 subscribers. This is fantastic. Thank you guys so much. Anyways, I'll see you later. Goodbye.
You proceed.